No negotiations have taken place so far. I state firmly that there has been no negotiation or dialogue with the American side. The fact that they are now talking about negotiations is, in itself, an admission of defeat. Were they not demanding unconditional surrender? No negotiations have taken place so far. I state firmly that there has been no negotiation or dialogue with the American side. However, in recent days the American side has begun sending various messages through different intermediaries. Messages being conveyed through our friendly countries, and us responding by stating our positions or issuing the necessary warnings, is not called negotiation or dialogue. It is simply an exchange of messages through our friends. They have put forward some ideas. I saw in one or two places that it was described as a 15-point plan, but these were presented as various proposals. All of them have been conveyed to the country's senior authorities, and if it becomes necessary to take a position, that will certainly be decided. For now, our policy is to continue resisting and to continue defending the country. At present we have no intention of negotiating, and no negotiations have taken place.
نداریم تا الان هیچ مذاکره هم صورت نگرفت. و اینکه الان حرف
The fact that they are now talking about negotiations is, in itself, an admission of defeat. Were they not demanding unconditional surrender? So why are they now speaking about negotiations? I will explain this further, because there are no negotiations taking place. But the very fact that an enemy that was seeking our unconditional surrender is now talking about negotiations, requesting talks and mobilizing its highest officials to negotiate with the Islamic Republic means accepting defeat. We want the war to end, but on our terms, in a way that ensures it will not be repeated and that our enemies learn a lesson so they will not even contemplate attacking Iran again. Second, the damage suffered by the people of Iran must be compensated. After 47 years, they finally forced us to demonstrate our authority over the Strait of Hormuz. They did not believe it. They thought Iran was bluffing. They thought Iran did not have the courage to do such a thing. But we did it with strength. They mobilized all their capabilities to stop it, but they failed. They even turned to other countries. They even appealed to those they themselves consider enemies, asking them to come and help reopen this waterway. But no one responded, because it is simply not feasible. When even the US fleet does not dare enter the strait, how can they expect the naval forces of other countries to come close? We warned all countries that if their armed forces enter this area, they will escalate tensions and create more complex problems for the region, and the issue of the Strait of Hormuz will become even more complicated.
که اگر نیروهای مسلح اونها وارد این حوزه بشن تنش رو بیشتر خواهند کرد منطقه رو با مشکلات پیچیده‌تری مواجه خواهند کرد و حل مشکل تنگه هرمز هم پیچیده‌تر خواهد شد من همینجا این
From our perspective, the Strait of Hormuz is not completely closed. It is closed only to our enemies. That is natural. We are in a state of war. The region is a war zone, and there is no reason to allow the ships of our enemies and their allies to pass through. But it remains open to others.
و جالب هست که خیلی از این کشورها یعنی خیلی از این کشتی‌ها صاحبانشون
Many of the ship owners, or the countries that own these vessels, have contacted us and requested that we ensure their safe passage through the strait. For some of these countries that we consider friendly, or in cases where we have decided to do so for other reasons, our armed forces have provided safe passage. You have seen in the news, China, Russia, Pakistan, Iraq, India, 2 of its ships passed through a few nights ago, and some other countries, and even Bangladesh, I believe. These are countries that spoke with us and coordinated with us, And this will continue in the future as well, even after the war.
فکر می‌کنم کشورهایی که با ما صحبت کردن و این هماهنگی انجام شده و این در آینده هم چنین خواهد بود بعد از جنگ. پیام روشن هست.
Our message to the countries of the region is clear. They must distance themselves from the United States. They must separate themselves from this US attack against the people of Iran, which is completely illegal, entirely unjustified and has no legitimacy. Unfortunately, the countries of the Persian Gulf have not even condemned it. Our message is that they must distance themselves. They must not allow their land, airspace or waters to be used against us, and they will see that we will have no issue with them. Even now, we have no quarrel with them. Our attacks are not directed at neighboring countries. We still consider them friendly nations. We regard their people as our brothers and sisters. If attacks take place, they are directed at US bases, US facilities, US interests and places where US forces gather, and they are not limited only to US bases.